from RJPC.com. I also call myself the frugal entrepreneur, and you're going to see why in a second. First off, this is the item that's going to be, I'm going to make a custom box for. I want to show you how I prep it. It took long enough to get this little guy out of here. It's the Snoopy, or Peanuts, Charlie Brown ones from, it says over here, Christmas, holiday, 2015, whatever. He's new. He's got his little friend here, what's that there, Belle. Okay, he's got Belle with her, brand new, with him. And we're going to make a custom box for it, okay? Now, what you see over here, this here is a bag of dry cleaning bags. Okay, I got a whole bunch of them. I saved them. And, you know, when it comes to being frugal and try to save money as much as you can, you try to utilize what you can get out of things, right? So, these are given to me. I don't dry clean my clothes because people have said, well, if you're frugal, isn't dry cleaning expensive? No, I get this from my sister gives me them when she gets her clothes dry cleaned. She gives me these bags, and they're clean. They're good. There's nothing wrong with them. And I use them. And I wrap everything pretty much I sell in these plastic bags. Okay? And my little friend Snoopy, he's going to go in here. Alright, I'm going to wrap him up in here. And take this bag out of here. And I don't use the whole bag because, you know, remember one thing, folks. Ounces turn to pounds. You might say, right, this is going to, oh, it does, believe me. It doesn't look like, you might say, it's very light plastic, but believe me, it'll turn to, you know, ounces, remember, ounces turn to pounds, okay? So we're going to get this little thing here, it'll stay here, and we're going to keep him here like this. I always like to wrap things up, and the simple reason is, let's say if this is going to go into a bag, I always like to cut the excess plastic, and when I cut it, I save it, okay? So we're going to go like this with this here. Take this scissors bunched up. All right, I'm going to make sure you're not cutting too close to the item you're selling, or else that wouldn't be good. A lost sale. Okay, so let's get this over here, and I keep my clear tape gun here. I'm going to tape him up like this. All right. Like that. The buyer, I'm sure the buyer will like that as well, keeping it taped, you know, in plastic. I know I would. I wouldn't want this thing in a dry box. So what we're going to do is just tape it up. Alright. You don't have to be too fussy, it's just to keep him clean. And, you know, he's going to go in a box. The box is going to be clean, of course, hopefully. Well, I do recycle boxes, though, so that's another thing, too, why you'd want to make sure the item you're selling is wrapped up in plastic. Alright, so always make sure that they're, you might say, put the tape on there, it's going to be a nuisance for the buyer. Let me tell you something. I'd rather do it this way. At least I know, if I was getting this, yeah, I'd like to know at least my item I ordered was taken care of. Okay? I don't mind the tape. People might say, yeah, but you know, the buyer might not like it taking all the tape. It's okay. Anyway. Okay, so once we get him all wrapped up, let me just make sure one more piece over here. I want to make sure one more piece of it over here. And this is what I like to do. Other people may make the difference. Say, well, I don't go through that extreme. I would just throw it in the plastic bag and leave it there. So we're going to put him to the side. So he's already wrapped up. Okay, I'm getting him ready. Oh, also, let me get the thing here. I always include the packing slip with it. Okay, I get the packing slip with this here, as you can see here, and you know, I always give it a double fold like that, and try to get an area where it's going to stay, whatever. And a couple pieces of tape on here. Take the one piece and cut it. See how frugal I am? I know I'm too frugal, right? I know. Well, what are you going to do? That's what happens when you're working on a fixed budget. As long as they get the packing stuff. Okay. So we're going to put them to the side here. All right. Now, let's put this guy right here. My blade. These blades, They're not super expensive, but I have a stone here, a grindstone, and I know you're going to thinking, oh my God. This blade here, I can't tell you how old this is, okay? But for all intents and purposes, you know, when you're doing this here, you know, you want to keep it, that beveled edge, and you want to just go like this with it. Now, I'm not saying to do this all the time. This is like if you run out of blades and you're in a situation where, you know, you got to get a package out, you got to make a custom box, or you got to cut a box open, and you don't have a blade around, and the one that you had on here on both sides, because you take these out and it's dull. You could use the blade. You could use the blade and sharpen it up, you know. And it's the same thing. You keep it at that angle, the bevel angle, and you just give it a couple strokes like this here. All right. Okay. That's getting there. Like that. To be honest with you folks, since I did it this way, I don't buy blades anymore. I know people might say that's really being frugal. That's too frugal. No, not many people are going to do what I do. I assure you. Now sometimes it works. Depends, you know. If you had a grindstone, I don't have a grindstone. I'm not going to sit here buying a grindstone, electric grindstone to do it. You always want to make sure the tip is sharp too. And most importantly, put that plastic cover on here. Okay, so you're going to get this on the side over here. We don't need that right now. Okay, now people may say, isn't it easy just to go out and buy a box instead of prep? Now I can use this box, but look at the size of it, folks. This is a 14 by 14. Now, I mean, people may say, look at the size of that. I'm going to put that little doll in here. Okay. Now, I don't need a box like this here. It's a Snoopy. You know, it's a Snoopy. It's a little stuffed doll. So people may say, okay, well, my rule of thumb is this. I have pattern boxes in here for patterns, like, you know, that I use, like, I'll give you an example. I can see right now I'm not going to have one for this size here, so it's got to be definitely a custom-made box. But see, I see boxes like this here. Now, this particular one here, what I will do is I will open it up. I'll take the seam, I'll open the seam up over here, and I will use this as a template. Okay, I will use this as a template. But being I don't have a box that you know that for that doll that size, I'm gonna have to make one custom, and that's what this whole bag is that you see here. These are all templates in here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this guy on the side. We're gonna put this on the side over here. And we're going to get that box here. Now, I know I could just make the box and say, oh, throw it in this box. That's it. But I don't want to jack up. I'm only allotted so much for postage. So I don't want to, you know, exceed that postage line. Or else it's going to be costing me. I'll be cutting my profit down by putting it in a big box like that. So I got this box. And when we get Snoopy out of this, I don't want him to get dirty or damaged. So I'm going to put him to the side over here. Well, actually, I'm going to need him in a second, but I got this box here. Relative came in to say, I said, you know, do you need it? You do anything with boxes? I said, yeah. She's like, you know, because the box is, oh, it's got styrofoam in it. Okay, it's even better yet. I saved these pieces. I didn't know they were in there. So she's like, yeah, you want? I go, I'll take it. I take boxes like this. They don't have to be boxes. They'll take anything. I take size, you know, things of this nature, you know. Now, my rule of thumb is when it comes to crafting a box, the table is very small, as you know, here, so I got to work with things. I got a limited space here, so I'm going to get this out of here. These tape guns I'm going to put over here for the time being. I don't need the grindstone, so I'm going to put that back for now. All right, let's put the grindstone back. All right. And my rule of thumb is, and I'm going to move these guys too. I have to. What you're going to do is, of course, when you're going to make a custom box, you need a ruler, pen, and one of these doohickey guys here, okay? Now, what we're going to do is going to open this box up, and what we're going to do is, let's put this stuff to the side for now, all right? And we're going to take our, what do you call it? Let me put this over here for now. I like to trim the oddball stuff off here, so what I'm going to do here is get rid of this right now, because I don't really need the sides here like this as far as this here. See the side here? I'm going to cut this off here. So without cutting the table, could hold it up like that. Alright. Okay. I didn't cut it that square, but it's okay. So I'm going to do the same thing with this side here. Alright. So we're going to trim this side as well, this one here. We're just going to get rid of that. I'll tell you one thing. Sure as heck, it's nice to have a sharp blade. And let me tell you something. If you ever get a dull blade, get yourself one of those grindstones. It's well worth it, folks. Alright, so you're saying, well, now you got a big box here. What are you going to do with this big sheet? First off, we're going to cut it as best we can. We're going to try to make it, keep it neat as clean as possible. The rule of thumb is when I do stuff like this here, folks, a box is all same dimensional, right? So I don't want to cut my Snoopy here. What I mean dimensional is if it's going to be 2 inches this way, well, the length is always going to be the length, but whatever, it's always going to have that same dimension. So if it's 2 inches, 4 inches, whatever, that's what you're going to have. So if it's 2 inches here, it's going to be 2 inches in all four corners. The only thing that will change, the width will always stay the same, but the length is going to change, okay? So what we're going to do here, we don't need to be so perfect with this here, all right? I can tell you right to boot. Matter of fact, you could even stuff them in there a little too, if you don't want to be too exact. So what we're going to do here, for all intents and purposes, let me get a piece of tape over here, folks. This is bothering me, this little piece here. So let me just get that tape there and tape that guy up there. I don't know. I'm kind of like a little fussy when it comes to things of that nature, so let's just get him like this here. Like that, and like this here. That's all. This way it keeps everything in check here. Alright, so we're going to go like that. Alright, so it doesn't really matter how my thing's going to go over here. We want to get the high point. We don't want to flatten them out and make a pancake out of them either. Okay. So what we're going to do is go to the highest point, which here, whoops, wrong side. So here, it's about, I'd say about 8 inches. 8 inches, give or take. He gets this a little squished there. So you got to figure 8 inches, all right? So where he is, in this fold here, we're going to measure 8 inches, right? From here to here, from the side of his head here. So we're going to make 8 inches. All right, from here to here it's 8 inches. All right, we got the 8 from there to there. And that's now. Well, we got to go over here now. We got to move him this way, and this is where we're going to make the fold mark. Okay, so there, and then we got to go from here top to bottom here. We're going to keep it same thing, same dimension, 8 inches. Sometimes you got to play. Sometimes this doesn't always come out right all the time in some cases, but. Alright, and his head is right about here, so we'll leave it like this. So like this right here. Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it don't. Okay, so we got that from the top. This is the side, and we got to get the other one here. So we got that guy there, 8 inches from there, and here's the mark over here for that. Okay, same thing. Alright, we're gonna go over here. We'll just get a reference mark here, so it's. We got the reference mark there. Same thing, 8 inches, okay. And we already got it over here, so we're not going to worry too much about that part there. Let's get the scissors out of here so we don't cut them. Alright, so we got that there, and pretty much, it doesn't have to be exact as far as like the width, which pretty much should always be the same, but for the most part, we want to keep it, pretty much intact here like that. Okay, so we got it like that there. 8 inches. All right. So now we know we got the reference marks here, 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 here. Okay. We're going to stay focused on these 4 points here, the reference points here. Well, I did it up there. Actually, I should have done it in the middle, but that's okay. All right. Let's see what happens here now. So now we're going to use the big ruler here, and we're going to start with this here. You can't see that in the camera, folks. Let me just move this back this way. I know. I'm sorry, guys. Let me move it back, a scotch. Putting stuff all over the place here. When you're working with a limited table, like, people might say, why don't you just get yourself a bigger table? Yeah, I know, I thought about that myself. But right now, for all intents and purposes, I don't nearly need that. This doesn't have to be too perfect. What you could do is just try to start shortening things up. We could start getting rid of this stuff here, like on the sides. Oh, let me move the camera so I can see what I'm doing here, so I know you guys can see it, okay? So what we're going to do here, again, it doesn't have to be perfect, folks, because, it's it's a stuffed doll. We want to keep it. We could throw this also in a padded bag too. I've seen people doing that there, but for the most part, I like to do it this way. Okay, so you go like this, and you go like this, and what we're going to do, if this works out down there, something. And here's the thing, though. These are the fold marks. Now, here's the thing you got to be careful with. This is where it gets tricky sometimes. Now, you might say, "What do you mean tricky?" I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second here. Now, this is the width. This here is got to fold up. So you don't cut anything off just yet. So what you want to do is, because he's going to go, X marks the spot. This is where he's going to be. His body's going to be right in the middle there. So try to keep this as perfect. I know the right way to do it is you measure 8 inches on that side, 8 inches on here, and so on and so forth. But we're doing it by eye. I don't want to spend too much time on this here. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but I want to just do it where, you know, I want to give you an idea like how I pack and prep things up here. Okay, so we're going to put him there, move over here. Okay, I know, it's a nuisance, right? It's a nuisance. Now, let's see. This is where sometimes I said, sometimes it gets a little crazy here. Okay, so we got the 8 inches here. He's going to stay in the middle now. Wait, 8 inches here. So this is what I'm saying. This is why it gets a little confusing at times here. All right. You know what it is? I should have done my reference marks a little bit here. All right. I think I see what it is. All right. Once I get this here part, I think everything should be somewhat normal. All right. Let's go over here again. This is a light box, by the way. This is like a light corrugated box. And believe it or not, it will do the job. Like I said, I could also put him in, I could also put it, what do you call it there, in a bag, a poly bag, whatever. You know, I could do that as well, but we'll do it this way for now. Sometimes it gets a little confused when you got all these reference marks here, but it's okay. We'll end up working it out anyway. I've done this before, and sometimes it gets a little crazy. It also helps when you have, okay, so we know Peanut's character is going to be right in the middle here. These are the reference marks. Now, to make that mark, I don't want to cut just yet. So what I want to do is get my utility knife again. Okay, I want to get the utility knife. And I'm just going to score it. I'm going to score it, okay? By eye, I'm not going to, oops, all right, I don't need the pen right now. Well, I'll need the pen over here for now. I'm going to score it for all intents and purposes right here. I'm going to score it like this here. I don't want to cut through it, folks. I want to score it. I want to score it because I want this here to fold. Now, if you notice, I didn't get to this part here, so what I really should do, this might be overkill in this box, to be honest with you. I think the box is going to be too big. Let me move this over here. Okay. Oopsie. All right. Let me move this over here like this. Now, a lot of people won't go through what I go through because they're going to say, I am not going to do this. I've said this before in my other videos. I know a lot of people won't do it. I've seen other resellers doing the same thing. They make custom boxes as well. Okay, now, I know you're probably looking at a big box like this with that little doll. I know, it's crazy, right? Anyway, let's go through, let's follow through with it. There's going to be a lot of excess cut off here, trust me. Okay, when you're doing a fold like that, take your thing here and use this like this just to give it that crease, okay? Now, again, this ain't going to be perfect, okay? We know that. And the fold mark is 8 inches, so this is going to be folded again. But let's get this here for all intents and purposes. Again, we want to score it, so let's go over here. We want to score it. We're going to score it again over here. Light score. I'm doing it by eye. I'm not too crazy about making it 100% perfect. Okay. I'm just showing you how I prep the stuff. So we're going to go like this here. And again, just to give it there. You're using a ruler to just keep that fold in there. Try to keep it level. Some of this stuff here hopefully will come off. Alright, some of the tape. Like I said, these are pre-owned. It's a pre-owned box. But you know what? For all intents and purposes, it's going to do the job. That's all that matters. We want to get Snoopy out of here. Alright, we want Snoopy to go. So we're going to have to keep it that way for now. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing on the side here. Now we know X marks the spot, so we got to go over here like this. A light score. I know it doesn't sound like it's scoring anything, but believe me, it's scoring it. The blade is pretty sharp still. And this is a very, very thin box, to be honest with you. But it should do the job, though. It should do the job. Same thing, you know, when it comes to all these different folds in here, you got to get the fold, and you got to work with it. Try to get the fold. That's the one that we want right here. I know it's going to be a little flimsy. You'll see what I'm talking about as time goes on. All right, so with that in mind, get the crease here like that, if you could. And we're going to go to the other side. Now, let me tell you something, folks. I myself would not do this if I had these dolls to sell. If I was selling strictly these type of dolls, okay? No way in heaven would I do this here. There's no way I would do it. What I would do is call a box manufacturer, I think it's Uline, and I'll have all these custom-made boxes made up. There's no way in heaven I'm going through this here. Now, I am frugal, okay? But if you told me, if someone said, hey, Rich, you're going to tell me if you had like hundreds of these things going out, you're going to do this? No, absolutely not. That is not going to happen. I can assure you. Now, okay, now that we got the fold like that there, as I said, sometimes these work and sometimes they don't. Now, the fold mark is 8 inches up here, okay? So here's where it gets a little crazy sometimes. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this by eye. I'm winging this right now. Now I'm going to wing it. Because, you know, sometimes you can get this to work right, and then there's times you don't. So you got to play around with it. So, like, for example, this here will go something like this here. All right, now I know you're probably thinking, oh boy, what's this going to look like? You got to play around with it. Sometimes you do. I know people are saying, this is crazy. This is crazy stuff here. I know, it is kind of crazy, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do, right? Okay, so we're going to make sure we got the fold there, fold there. I think you see where this is going right now, all right? All right, so now, we're not going to have all of this cardboard here, of course, but what we're going to do is, we're doing the same thing on this side here, all right? Same thing. We can get this up here, and we're going to, we want to move it. The fold mark is right here. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. Sometimes when you do these things, it doesn't always come out the way you plan. All right, so see, this is kind of what it looks like so far. All right, you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Let me move this along here, like that. Okay, so we're gonna get it to work. Don't worry, as time goes on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the camera and I'll show you where I got to, because I don't want to take too much of your time up. Okay. Hey guys, you didn't see me doing all the other cuts and configurations. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted it. I think I was a little off with certain things. That's why I like templates, to be honest with you. A lot of scratch, but it's okay. It'll do the job. If I had a template, this would be perfect. Anyway, what I'm going to do is now, like I said before, what happens in a situation like this here, you got to make a little modifications. That's why I have the scissors here as well. You know, sometimes, like I said, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. What you're going to do is you're going to trim this off because you want to make this look presentable, right? Anyway, you want to make it look like a box. Okay, so you want to try to like get it, cut the trims off on the sides here. It didn't come out 100%, but folks, you got to understand something. As I said right from the beginning, I'm not going to be too crazy with it for the simple reason is it's a stuffed doll, and I don't need to. It doesn't need to be so packed in it where it's going to be you're going to be able to drop it off a building. The whole idea is this is just to get the item out of here, but at the same time, we want to put it in a box. I could have put this in one of those not padded envelopes, those big envelopes there, and just get rid of it that way, like that. Pack it up and get rid of it. When you got the sides like this here, that's where the craft tape comes in. You're going to just go like this with it. You want to make it look uniform as best you can. Again, I am not crazy, and I'm not going to go crazy with it. It's just to protect the doll. I don't want, if I put it in a bag and I think I look crushed, you might be getting a complaint from the buyer saying, geez, the guy sent me a stuffed doll and the thing was crushed to no end. So, with a kid situation like that, you want to do that. The box, like I said, you can see it's a little disarrayed. But again, we're not worried about that. The whole idea is to get Snoopy in there, which he fits in there. Okay, and we want to wrap them on this way. Normally you don't wrap a box like that, of course, you know that. Now, we can put it to the side like that, so when she does, he or she opens it. Now let me get a little, again, it looks like there's a piece of tape opened up here. I normally don't do boxes this way, folks, but for some reason, I did, my calculations a little off on it, but that's okay. Again, this is so when the guy gets it, it won't get, all crushed up. You can see the size over here is a little off. That's where you want to get the scissors and make it look nice. You want to try to make it look decent. Although when the person gets it, they'll say, this is one of those Franken boxes. You heard that term, right? Franken boxes? People take boxes and they make custom boxes out of them. Yeah, that's a term I heard. I don't know. Some seller was saying it there. Franken box, And like I said, you want to make sure, of course, when you're doing these type of boxes, all sides are all taped up. All right. The doll's in there, safe and sound. This box is going to get discarded anyway. But remember, it was a box anyway. It was already used, a recycled box, right? Okay. So that's okay. I have no problem with that. I don't think the buyer, I didn't do this for quite some time with these boxes like that, making custom boxes. I never had a buyer complain and say, hey, I received that item today, and the item was, the box looked like it was custom. It was all made of not pieces, but I never had a thing like that. I think a lot of people that buy off of eBay, in some cases, they know that the boxes, in some cases, people are going to recycle boxes. I recycle the sheets, as you can see. All right. I also recycle boxes too, no doubt about it. All right. I hate when it happens. Okay, so let's get this here, like that. I always like to reinforce the sides a little, okay? And, and now that the craft tape makes it look needed too. And this here we're just going to cut. You have to do a little more trimming on the side because for simple reasons, if you don't, it'll come out a little cocky. And now you can see my knife went off a little inside there. I was trimming it and my hand slipped. So we're just going to like this a little here. Trim it up a little. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. You want to just make it where it's presentable. Okay, and it's all that matters. And the sides like this that are like that, you got to trim it because for some reason when you put the tape on there, the tape is going to throw it off. The cargo is going to throw it off, and you ain't going to be able to seal it properly. Okay, and that's basically what we're going to do here. All right. And this bad boy is ready to go. Tomorrow I'll give it to my mailman. He will take it to the post office for me, send me a trip, something for a gas. All right, that. Here. Again, make sure these sides are trimmed over here because it's going to probably be a problem when you're taping it up. Okay, you got to get rid of that side like that, like that. Yeah, because then you can tape it up nice. All right. All right. I always like to put on here. Outside the first class package. Oh, this I got a little messed up over here. The trim not that good. That's okay. I always like to put in the do not crush, fragile handle there. People say, why would you put a fragile handle kit? It's a doll. No, you never know. Get that looking like that. And get the corners here. Like this here. I like my utility knife. Like that. And cut it. Come on. I know this thing's sharp as it should be very sharp anyway. Okay, so that's it. Basically, that's it. Another one more on the side here, just to reinforce this one here, because this is the main one. This is the one that's going to be. They're going to open this one to another little piece here, and like this. And now they probably say, how come you want it with a corner? I do that there because when I trim it this way, it goes this way and this way. All right, and that's it. That's it, folks. Doll safe in there. It won't. Now, actually, I'm going to cut over here. Not the doll, the box. The knife went through. It went through a little too much, but that's okay. That's all right. Yeah, it's okay. Make sure when you're doing these things, you want to seal off. And if the box does get wet, at least, what do you call it there? At least the doll is wrapped up in plastic. That's the most important thing. And that's what you got going on, folks. That's it. So that's why I make a custom box. I didn't have a box of this size, you could see. I ran out of them. And that big sheet will be used for other pieces. It'll be used for packing and for other things. But this doll's ready to go. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. And if you got anything out of it, please, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. And if you want to know more do-it-yourselves and how I pack and stuff like that, you want to get some more tips from me, please hit that bell notification icon, and you will be updated whenever I post new stuff out. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye now.